last few modules, we have already discussed information, knowledge and information system. I hope you understood all the three concepts. Today, we are going to discuss types of information system. Before we start the subject, let us understand why do you need such type of information systems. Why don't you go for a single information system? Why do you talk about different types of information system? That means more than one information system. For that, we need to understand the hierarchy of the organization, different levels of the organization. It starts with operational level, the bottom level, then the middle level and then the highest level or strategic level. The middle level is management control or tactical level. So, different type of managers with different objectives work in different levels of organization. So, it is an organization hierarchy of management. So, the information requirements of each level will be different. Each manager is different, each level is different. Hence, the requirements differ from level to level, and one information system cannot fit to all the information system. The type of decisions, the type of style, the type of thinking, the mode of operations differ, the type of data they require, the complexity of the decisions, or coordination, planning, argument, decision making, that differ from level to level, and the style also differ according to the hierarchy. The processing requirement also differ, the type of data also differ. In such situation, a single operating information system will not at all work. Hence, we need different type of information system to address challenges at different levels of the organization and the organization hierarchy, so that information requirements at each level will be satisfied. So, a single information system will be very difficult to design, to monitor, to control, and it will not solve the purpose of all the people in the management hierarchy. Hence, we need to have different type of information system. Let us understand what are the types of information systems. So, based on various parameters, we will try to understand several information system. For example, transaction processing system, management reporting system, management information system, decision support system, enterprise system, expert system. So, even in decision support system, we have different type of information system. In enterprise system, we will cover enterprise resource planning, knowledge management system, supply chain management system, and then we will try to understand management at different functional level and management in the hierarchy, management in the form of activity levels. So, these are the topics we are going to cover in today's module, types of information system. So, the different type of information system will address different challenges that occur in different levels of management system. Now, let us understand what is transaction processing system. So, if you see the transaction processing system, the focus is more on transactions or data. It is more about basic operations in an organization, such as receiving customer orders or generating invoice. For example, you pay the money, they give a receipt, money receipt. So, it is a transaction, it is the lowest granularity level of data. So, it is more accurate. Transaction information system manage the data related to day-to-day routine operations. So, it involves collecting data, storing data system, modifying the data, retrieving the data, tracking the flow of the data throughout the organization. And as I told you, the focus is only on data transaction. It is more bureaucratic purpose or more processing, storing purpose, more legal purpose than other purposes of management. So, people store for different this data, transaction data for different purposes. So, other features such as processing, analyzing, reporting available to an depend on the type of manager and level of organization. So, data in transaction systems are input to many other information system, which is hierarchy. For example, management reporting system, management information system, decision support system. So, the accuracy of transaction reporting system is very high and the volume is also very high and the analysis is very low. You just store the data as soon as the transaction take place, we just store the data, so that analysis and reporting can be done afterwards. Some of the examples, as you know, point of sale. When you buy some product in a shopping mall, you come and pay the money, then they will give a money receipt. So, it is a transaction and the POS is a transaction system of information system. Similarly, you take the example of biometric attendance. You must have observed biometric attendance system is placed everywhere in the organization, most of the organizations, where people, whenever they attend the office, they punch in and punch out, so to make their presence confirm. So, in that case, the data is recorded in the system and hence biometric attendance system is another example of transaction processing system. The focus is on data and efficiency. It is a high level of volume of data, high accuracy and used for most of the purpose. So, this is all about transaction system. For example, it can be also it can be railway reservation system is one example of transaction processing system. It is an online transaction processing system. It is real time online information retrieval, whereas in case of a checkbook is a transaction system, but it is offline. It is not real time basis, it is offline basis. So, it is a batch processing. They collect all the checks and at the end of the day they process, or end of certain period of time they process the data. So, the transaction processing system can take data from human or non-human actors such as RFID, barcode reader, biometric machine. I have already given you example. So, it takes data from different sources. Similarly, in batch, so there are two type of, as I told you, batch processing and online transaction processing system. Railway reservation system, as I told you, is one example of real time online processing transaction processing system. Here this is very fast, whereas in case of batch processing it is slow, but it will be done at a particular point of time. So, all the information related to are stored in one database, and as I told you, database is also central asset of any transaction processing system. All the data are stored in database. It can be also stored in non-database like papers and all. So, transaction system can be manual system or in online system, as we had discussed in the previous module, that information system can exist without computer and information system also exist with computer. So, this is all about transaction processing system. So, all these transaction processing system are known as OLTPs, online transaction processing system. So, the next, I hope you understand transaction processing system. So, the next information system we will talk about management reporting system, MRS. Here this is also an information system. As an information system, it collects data, store information, store the data, process the data, analyze the data and produce the information, so that it can be used for decision making, argument, forecasting, planning, coordination, decision making, for all the purpose of the management at different levels of management. So, here in case of transaction processing system, the data used mostly by the operational control, operational people or the lowest level of the organization, and this type of whereas management reporting system, the focus is on reports. Daily or every time they take the data, process the data and creates reports, then reports. So, they continuously they try to generate reports. For example, in case of accounting system, finance system, they create different type of reports such as balance sheet, profit and loss account, officers, finance officers or auditors, they create different type of reports. So, the focus is reports, and the reports can be many types, for it can be static, it can be dynamic. It can be daily report, it can be summary report, executive report, exceptional report, ad hoc report, specific function reports, several type of reports depending on the management style or the way the managers take decision, because everyone is different in this organization. Even again the levels are different and the management decision making process is different. The report can be also descriptive. There are different forms of reports. It can be descriptive, also it can be descriptive, it can be comparative, it can be graphic, charts, alerts, anything, different forms of, it can be dynamic, it can be static. So, financial controllers, financial officers, financial analysts, they are the users of the information system. So, generally what happened, reports are created based on KPIs. So, there are different type of KPIs, key process performance indicators. Based on the key performance indicators, different type of evaluation criteria is decided, and based on the management style, different requirements, different types of reports are created. KPI is a measurable value to find out how efficiently one organization is achieving its way. So, different organizations use different KPIs, so that different type of reports are generated. Here in case of management reporting system, the focus is only on reports, reports and reports. So, managers are more interested in reading the reports and the interpretation of the reports. They are least bothered about how the data is created, how the decision is made. Generally, the middle level managers who are management control, planning, management deviation detection, they use such type of reports, so that they see whether what has been planned, whether it has been achieved or not. They see the plan, they see the achievement, and they find the deviation reports, and so that this type of management report system or different type of balance sheet, as I told you, balance sheet, profit loss account, these type of reports will help in decision making in further. But this information system is more focused on developing or creating, generating different type of reports to suit different type of managers at different levels of hierarchy, most specifically the middle level tactical managers. Let us understand what is management information system. You must have heard a lot about MIS. MIS is an information system that receives data from different sources, store data, and then process, analyze data and provide information to different levels of management for coordination, control, planning and implementation. And the focus in this information system is the use of information, how information is going to be used. They are least bothered about how the data is captured, how it is analyzed, whether the decision is helpful in decision making. They are more focused on use of information system. Mostly the middle level managers use such type of management information system or the output of management information system, such as plan versus actual, controlling the deviation. So, generally they say, see, in MRS also the same thing applied, that deviation analysis report you get from planning, controlling, finding the deviation and generate reports. It is just not MIS. MRS also does the same thing, but MRS focus is reports and MIS focus is using the report, content of the report. Middle managers, level of managers use such type of reports for planning and controlling, and generally the forms and formats are more structured. It is a structured information system, MIS. For example, you use ERP and all, they are all management information system. Basically, people use the outcome of the output of the information system. Of course, the database management system is the foundation of MIS. So, MIS is more about use of information by different middle level managers. The next information system we will talk about knowledge management system or KMS. I hope you have understood the concept of knowledge. You must remember, knowledge are different types, tacit and explicit. Tacit is inside the brain, explicit is on the paper. Tacit is basically sticky knowledge, it is sticky. Explicit is leaky, it leaks, means it is available on the papers, manual, procedures, everywhere, but tacit is inside the brain. It is your judgment, it is about. So, any information system that helps in creating the knowledge, collecting the knowledge, storing the knowledge, disseminating the knowledge is called knowledge management cycle, knowledge management system. So, any information system that takes care of creation of knowledge and storing of knowledge, dissemination of knowledge and use of knowledge is called knowledge management system, and the cycle is called knowledge management cycle. What are the components of knowledge management system? Knowledge management system, the different components are persons, who creates and who use. There are some people who are going to create the knowledge, there are some people who are going to use the knowledge, and then the knowledge itself. Knowledge itself is component. What is knowledge? And second is, third is the technology. The technology used to create the knowledge, use the knowledge or disseminate of the knowledge. So, altogether this is knowledge management system, where the system takes care of knowledge or generate knowledge, which is very useful for the organization. This knowledge can be used by different levels of management. It does not matter one level, it is used by managers of all the levels, because knowledge is very important at operational level, tactical level and strategic level. Of course, there are many issues of knowledge management system. So, these are the following the issues of knowledge management system. So, one is that who is going to create the knowledge? There are very few people who contribute to the knowledge, but there are many people who are going to use the knowledge. They are more interested in using the knowledge rather than giving input to the knowledge. Then people do not give any importance to the knowledge. Who is going to give? And some people they do not understand what is knowledge. They do not differentiate between knowledge and information or data. They consider information as knowledge, but knowledge is new knowledge, it is a tacit knowledge, it is experience, expertise, wisdom, it is a tacit knowledge. More people are more interested in explicit knowledge, which is available in the papers, in the manual, in the journals, in various database, but this is low cost. We have already discussed a lot about knowledge in the module 2. So, we will just concentrate on the type of the knowledge management system. So, defining what is knowledge is another major issue in organization. So, this is all about knowledge management system. The next information system is very interesting and very useful and popular in management. It is known as decision support system or DSS, because altogether the most important component of management is decision making. So, any information system that focused on decisions is called decision support system. As you know, DSS is also an information system. It takes data, information, store it, analyze it, process it, disseminate it, use it, then feedback control and then take care of the deviation. This is the framework of any information system, and DSS is as usual an information system. The characteristics of different system DSS is completely different from all the three different information system we discussed earlier. It is completely different from TPS, MRS and MIS. DSS is more proactive, it is more about forward looking, it is interactive, it is used by any managers of any level, operational, tactical and strategic level. The most important component in DSS is called Simon model of decision making. Let us understand how people take decisions. So, what are the components of a decision? Let us see Simon's decision support model. There are three components, one is intelligence and the second is design and the third one is choice and the fourth one is implementation. So, these are the three stages of decision making process according to Simon. So, now every manager take the help of these three steps to reach at a decision, and decision support system helps in all the three phases of decision making. In case of design, in case of intelligence, we gather intelligence information, you scan the environment and find out what is the problem. And in case of design, we try to find out different solutions, alternatives, and evaluate each alternative of the problem. And then choice is finding the best alternative is the choice phase, and the final phase is implementation. Implementation means how are you going to implement the decision making process. So, these 4 stages of Simon model is very important in case of decision making process. So, here decision making process, managers take support from decision support system in all the phases of this decision making process. Now, let us understand what are the components of a decision support system. D for data, D for dialogue, M for model. Data, database, model, model base, dialogue, dialogue management system. So, these are the 3 components. Dialogue component is the interaction between the computer and the user. So, decision support system are more interactive in nature. It is, you can do lot of what if analysis, and that is the reason why DSS is not reactive, DSS is proactive. MIS, TPS are reactive, you go back and see, but in case of DSS you see future. You can take different type of decisions, it can be structured, it can be unstructured, it can be simulation, it can be complex decision, it can be routine decisions. You do lot of what if analysis to reach to a decisions, and this decision support system helps you in taking decisions in all the phases of Simon decision model, what generally people use and arriving at a decision. And the output of DSS system is very interesting. It can be report, it can be alert, it can be a dashboard, it can be a graphs, charts. So, it can be anything, it can be also interactive. You can interact with the system, a man, machine. So, between man and machine the system works, and the system takes the care of database system. Database, there are 3 systems it takes care. The database which takes care of data, the dialogue system that connects the person and the computer, and the model management is the formula or different type of mathematics available in the computer system, DSS system. For example, loan return prediction, many people are taking loan, but who is going to return the loan? Should I give the loan or not? Then it is a case of decision. How can you take decision whether to give loan to some person or not based on the history? So, you use different type of prediction model. Prediction is a formula which is available in the model base, and then the data we give, and the model works on the data and gives you the result. So, in this case the dialogue system interacts, helps in the users in interacting with the computer. You must have heard mouse, different type of like icons you see in SPSS, for example, online context sensitive help. You write FA, it will tell you factor. You write LOG, it will tell you logistic regression. So, it is context sensitive help. Similarly, there are many type of icons which are available that will help a manager in interacting with the computer. Managers are not IT people, they are not IT giant. So, they may not know many things. So, the IT, the management part, the interaction part will help the users interacting with the computer. So, they will be more interested in asking question and understanding the answer rather than finding how it is to be done and what is the formula, everything is there. So, basically decision support system are forward looking and the response time is very high, it is goal seeking, solve problems. So, this is all about decision support system which more focus on decisions. Let us understand enterprise system. I hope you must have heard the term ERP, supply chain management, data warehousing system, CRM, these are called enterprise systems. Enterprise system is highest level of system which is used in the organization. It cuts across all the departments. It is just not for a functional or department, it is for all the department, it is for the organization, it is for the entire enterprise, it for customers, for employees, all the stakeholders of the enterprise. It views the organization as cross functional perspective and process perspective. The beauty of enterprise system is the basis of process perspective. You must have heard functions. Organization means a set of functions. For example, IT department, personnel department, sales department, purchase department, these are called functional perspective. Functional perspectives lack many, it has lot of problems. Functional perspectives are working in silos, so they do not talk to each other. That is the reason organizations face problem. We will not go more detail of functional perspective. Let us understand what is process perspective. A process is cuts across all the departments. One process, by using a process you can evaluate, you can fix the responsibility of a person who is doing what. It is not just task. So, a process cuts across all the departments. For example, new product development is a process that cuts across different departments. Order fulfillment is a process, example of process that cuts across all the department. If you see order fulfillment process, you see the process cuts across all the departments. So, the owner is process owner. The functional department is not the owner of the process, and the process owner takes care of the entire process of the customers. So, it is more customer centric. Hence, ERP system that helps in most of the customers is customer centric, is for the entire enterprise system. You must have about SAP, Microsoft Dynamics, Oracle, these are all examples of enterprise systems. So, enterprise system, all the processes are integrated, and they integrated in such a way that it gives the information to different stakeholders online real time basis, and the information is stored in one place, and it is used by all the stakeholders of the enterprise system simultaneously on a real time basis. And the examples of enterprise system is ERP, SCM, CRM.